Hello and welcome to this week's installment of Teep Talk. I'm your host, Wes,
I am your co-host, Russ.
and today we'll be talking about UFC Fight Night Medic versus Rodriguez. I'm just going to say I want Rodriguez to win,
Ooh.
but I'm not sure how this bout's going to go. Also, before see, there we go. Before we get into our topics today, let's discuss a little bit of news, shall we? What's
On
the
today's
guy's name?
forecast.
What's the guy's name?
What guy?
Is it Anthony Smith?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to get the name wrong. Anthony Smith. Have you heard the news about that, Russell?
Yes.
What do you think?
He looks like one.
Bald headed.
Yeah.
I mean,
He look. I know. Don't judge. Look. I don't always judge looks, but I mean, I'm just saying he looks like he belongs in jail.
do
He
you
looks
think
like he looks like a convict for sure.
he looks like a convict that would be accepted into a certain gang in the jails?
Yeah.
I mean, he might just have to go that route when he gets there. He's probably going to be there for a long time. He's got to team up with somebody. Uh, Now, when it comes to CTE, I think that in the sport, CTE is a serious matter, especially combat sports, any contact sport, football, wrestling, like pro wrestling type stuff. Um, like with Chris Benoit, whatever happened there. Um, and I think that people like that, people with certain personalities that have those personalities already, may be more prone to, you know, lashing out and being lunatics or something. I listened to a huge breakdown from MMA Guru. MMA Guru, if you're ever watching our show, please have us on. We'd love to have to be on your show. But fun fact about MMA Guru, after Anthony Smith retired, he said what he thinks is next for Anthony Smith is him beating his wife. He said it.
Well.
He legitimately said it. Said he was going to go crazy and do something stupid. And here it is. It happened. Um, Kidnapping, terroristic threats, and false imprisonment. And I think attempted murder, maybe attempted murder. I'm not sure. They're trying to get him with that. Allegedly. Now, kidnapping is Russell, if you got in the car with me and we was going down the road and you said, let me out, and I said no, I'm technically kidnapping you. So I think he had pushed his wife into his car after they'd left this place, and that's kidnapping. Um, I am curious to see how this goes. He's on a $500,000 bond. Could you imagine him skipping bail and having to go catch him?
Yeah.
They probably try to take you down, just start hugging your leg. But I
Nah.
mean,
He wasn't even that. It's okay. The cops would have gotten him. He wasn't even that good.
yeah,
He lost to a lot of people.
why was he so popular then?
I don't know. Maybe he was the guy because he sucked.
You got a point. Do
Some
you think
people like. Some people watch the sucky fighters.
Do you think that whenever he comes out for his court hearing, he'll take his hat off and hand it to a kid?
Ooh.
People used to talk about whether or not he would do that in his fight. He used to do that in his walkout. But I say that to say this: CTE or not, domestic violence is bad. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't condone it. And we hope for the best out of this situation. Hopefully it's all made up. I don't know. Like, you never know. Like, that's the best case. I would rather know that it was something that was made up than to know that it was something that somebody actually did, even though making it up is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But we will see in the future, and I'm excited to see what Dana White may have to say about it, which he's not Dana White's fighter anymore. He's not a member of the UFC. So it's not
Nope.
really Dana White's problem. Was he a commentator though?
I think he was at some point. Either
Yeah.
like I think he was oh no, he was either he was a commentator at some point or he or those unless it's the same thing, how a bunch of group of guys get together and talk about stuff kind of like
Yeah,
he,
like I'm talking about like the
yeah.
post show or the pre-show.
Yeah,
like one of those
I think he
commentators.
was on
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Yeah, like inside the NBA or something, but
Yeah.
with UFC, he was one of them.
Like
Yeah.
MMA talk or something.
Yeah, something like that. I think he was in that.
I think so too. I remember.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that type of face.
Because whenever he was about to retire, and he was doing it before he retired.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know if he got out of it or what, but now Dustin Poirier is doing it, and it's gonna be good. I wonder if Dustin Poirier will be able to keep doing that.
Don't know.
Because that would be bad. That's gonna be bad.
Mm.
Do that no more. But anyways, that's it for this topic on Anthony Smith. And now, as always, Russell, take it away.
Thank you, Wes. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you to the UFC Fight Night of Medic versus Rodriguez. It is held at the Belgrande Arena BG Suburbia, or Belgrade. Could be that too. Starting with our first fight. You have the United States, Gilbert Urbina, 7-5, 2 knockouts, 2 submissions, 2 first-round finishes. He lost his last 2 fights. Both a round 1 knockout TKO. Both a round 1 knockout TKO. He's fought 4 times in the UFC. Now, he's a plus 280. Now, the reason why I'm saying that, folks, is because now what I'm starting to do is I'm telling you his record 7-5 overall, but I'm telling you how many times he's fought in the UFC now. So now you can get that type of hint. I'm not going to tell you the record. I'm just going to tell you how many times he fought. Going up against Vlasto Sipo. He's a minus 355, and there is no information I have on him at all.
Why can't these people have normal names like Dave?
I know. David. I might choose Gilbert. I don't know the Sipo guy, but I mean, maybe.
Gilbert's a lock. He's due for a win.
He's due for a win. Yeah. It's a middleweight bout, by the way. Our next bout is a middleweight bout. We got Switzerland versus Suburbia. Switzerland's Robert Valentine, 12-6, 3 knockouts, 8 submissions, and 8 first-round finishes. Won his last fight by round 1 submission and lost the fight before that, round 1 knockout TKO. He's fought 4 times in the UFC. He's a minus 162. Going up against Serbia's Dusko Todorovic. 13-6, 8 knockouts, 4 submissions, 8 first-round finishes. Won his last fight by round 1 submission and lost the fight before that by round 3 unanimous decision. He's only fought 10 times in the UFC. He's a plus 136. Now,
did you say Suburbia?
Serbia? Did I say it wrong? I think it's Serbia, isn't it?
You said Suburbia when you first said it. That's that means the suburbs.
Well, Serbia. Yeah, Serbia.
There's also a movie called A Serbian
I don't know
Film.
why Suburbia came out, but anyway, this one was a little hard for me. Like I want to go with Robert, but I might choose the Serbia guy because he's from there, and usually guys from their home country win. So
This is
I'm
taking
choosing
place in
him.
Serbia.
Huh?
This is taking place in Serbia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna choose Gilbert and I'm gonna choose Dusko. They're both pluses, so this is gonna be a big one here. Our next bout is a heavyweight bout. We got a Poland versus Serbia again.
Poland.
Yeah. So we
Land
got
of the
Poland.
Poles.
Yes, we got
Poles
Poland's
everywhere there.
Marcin Tybura, 27-11. He's got 10 knockouts, 7 submissions, 11 first round finishes. He lost his last 2 fights by round 3 unanimous decision, round 1 knockout TKO. He's fought 24 times in the UFC. He's fought Arlovsky and won by decision. He's fought Verdum, lost by decision. Fought Derek Lewis, lost by knockout TKO. Beat Stefan Struve by decision. Lost to Volkov by decision. Lost to Aspinall by knockout TKO, and then lost to Tuivasa, or beat Tuivasa by a round 1 submission. He's a plus 280. Going up against Serbia's, and we've seen this guy fight before. His name's Alexander Rekic.
Yep.
He's 14-6. He's got 9 knockouts, 1 submissions, 8 first round finishes. He lost his last 2 fights. In a round 1 knockout TKO and a round 3 unanimous decision. He's fought Ankalaev and lost unanimous decision. He's fought Prohaska to a round 2 knockout TKO, which is probably the main 2. He's lost to Jean to a knockout TKO. He's beaten Anthony Smith, the guy that we just talked about, in a decision. He's got 11 fights in the UFC. He's a minus 355. I'm choosing Alexander. Yes, that's who I'm choosing. Now, folks, before we get to the co-main event and the main event, we get all of our information from UFC.com and DraftKings.
Where the crown is yours.
And
I will fight John Jones.
And also,
I'll fight Herb Dean.
And the last one,
I'll fight Cyril Gahn.
And that is right. All 3 at once.
To avenge my Poatan Pookie.
Yep, he will do the gauntlet.
I'll do this the entire time. I'll swing with one hand and do this the entire time.
He'll have a pillow on the back of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the co-main event of this evening, we have the light heavyweight bout. We have New Zealand versus Poland. So we have New Zealand's Navajo Sterling, 10-0. This guy is. He's a 6 knockouts, 2 first-round finishes. He won his last 2 fights by both round 2 knockout TKOs. He's got 5 fights in the UFC. He's a minus 340. Now, he's going up against Jan Blachowicz. Now, before I say all this stuff, this dude is a former champion. He's a former light heavyweight champion. And he's lost quite a bit. And me and Wes know this. He's 29-11. He's 9 knockouts, 9 submissions, 7 first-round finishes. His last fight was a draw, and he lost the fight before that by unanimous decision. He's fought Gukov, which is the guy that just fought Ankalaev recently. There was a draw, majority decision. He's fought Olberg, lost to unanimous decision. He's fought Pereira, lost to a split decision. He's fought Ankalaev. It was a split decision draw. He's fought Alexander, the guy that we just talked about. He beat him by a knockout TKO. He's lost to Glover by a submission. He's beaten Adesanya unanimous decision. He's beaten Dominic Reyes knockout TKO. He's beaten Luke Rockhold knockout TKO. He lost to Gustafsson decision. He's got 22 fights in the UFC. He's a plus 270. Now, I'm choosing Sterling because this guy is known to lose. And right now, folks, we're at $148.74 if you put $10 on it. Now, if you want to go here, I'm just going to put it on here now. If you put Jean, you get 425 right now, as of right now, if you just put it on there. But I'm going the safe bet, and I'm choosing Sterling.
Jan Blachowicz always makes me think of my grandmother, my nana.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching one UFC fight with her. She's still alive.
Yeah.
It's just that's the one thing I remember that that I watched with her, and she wears ankle braces for her ankles. You know, she's older; she's in her 70s, and obviously she's my grandmother. And she was watching, and Jan Bohovic wears ankle sleeves, right? Like you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And she looked and said, "Well, he's wearing ankle braces. What's wrong with his? What's he got going on? Why's he in there if he's got ankle problems?" I said, "Well, it just gives you better ankle support." And she said, "Oh, whatever he's wearing must be good if he's in there kicking like that. I need to get me a pair of those." And that's just the only UFC fight I've ever watched with her because it was on my phone. I was at their house. I was like, "Hey, check this out." You know, we sat and watched it, and he ended up losing. He lost. It was one of his. I think this was last year. I can't remember who he was
Probably
fighting,
one of the
but
fights that I just mentioned.
most definitely was. But didn't he fight Pereira too?
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lasted 3 rounds with Pereira.
Mm-hmm. I think that if you've got $5 to throw on something, throw it on Jan Blachowicz.
And I'm going to tell you that in a minute. For our main event is a welterweight bout. We have the United States versus Serbia again. So we have Daniel Rodriguez from the United States. He's 20-5, 9 knockouts, 4 submissions, and 5 first-round finishes. He won his last 2 fights by a round 3 unanimous decision, a round 3 knockout TKO. He's fought Kevin Holland and beat him by unanimous decision. He's fought Gaslam and lost to a unanimous decision. He's fought Gary, lost to a knockout TKO. He's fought Magny, lost to a submission. He's fought Kevin Lee and beat him by unanimous decision. He's fought Mike Perry and beat him by decision. He's got 14 fights in the UFC. He's a plus 310 going up against Serbia's Uros Medic. 13-3, 11 knockouts, 2 submissions, 10 first-round finishes. Won his last 2 fights by both round 1 knockout TKOs, both round 1 knockout TKOs. Fought Neal and beat him by knockout TKO. He's got 10 fights in the UFC. He's a minus 395. I'm choosing Medic because it's his home country, and usually there's always a home field advantage. Now, it's $186.40 for all of my picks. Now, I'm gonna put this real quick just so you guys can see this. If you want to choose Gilbert, right, because he's pretty, he's got more fights than this guy. But if you choose Gilbert, you choose Jan Blachowicz, and you choose Rodriguez, right, because they're all pluses. For $10, you get $576.46 on DraftKings for $10. So if you now I'll say 5 just to see what he would if he put 5 on it. You put 5 on, you get $288. So if you have a spare $5 or a $10 laying around and you just want to do it on those, you can. But those are my picks, and those are the other picks if you would like to make some other money, possibly make some money. There's no UFC 6 game statistics today. And I'd like to say this real quick. I've told my partner here about it, my partner in crime. I would like to do eventually, there's not too many of them. We're not going to probably do too many, but this is a UFC version of our top 10 stuff. And I told him about the idea. I don't know if he answered me on it, but I'd like to do a top 10 fights of all time, like our top 10 best fights we've ever seen, our top 10 knockouts we love, our top 10 submissions, our upsets, our top 10 fighters of all time. And I would love to do that on the next episode, or we either might do it on the next episode, or we might make a new episode just specifically for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you might see, folks. I just thought it'd be great to add because we haven't done, I'll say this real quick, we haven't done any reaction videos because the last time we did one, it kind of messed up on YouTube. So we kind of stayed away from reactions. And we used to do After Dark, which I miss After Dark because we talked about some interesting things on there. But I mean, we haven't done it in a while, but I'm going to add something new to this. I'm going to give us some top 10 stuff. And when we upload those videos, we like to hear your top 10 or top 5. It don't matter. Your top 10s when we post those videos.
Now, top 5s, we can give them a taste right now of something we've already discussed.
I don't know because those top 5 might
And
be
it's
in my
quick.
top 10.
It's quick.
I don't
Okay.
know, man, because
A
I
wild,
already written all this down.
a wild, rabid vampire is roaming the earth and
Oh,
sucking people's blood. I mean, the meanest one of all. Okay. 5 UFC fighters that absolutely cannot get wrangled up by a vampire.
well, we did. Yes, we did discuss this recently. We chose. I just went UFC fighters. He just chose anybody. But since we're gonna, you know what? Since it's a
I chose
UFC and this
UFC
is
fighters.
no, you didn't.
I did UFC fighters, and I added a couple random people in there. But
But
UFC
anyway,
fighters specifically, since this is a UFC show.
if I have to say my top 5 UFC fighters, it would be John Jones. It would be
This starting at
Alex.
5 and going down to
No, I'm
1?
just saying 5.
Okay, yeah.
It would be John Jones,
Mm-hmm.
Alex Pereira.
Mm-hmm.
I've changed a couple picks here. I've been thinking about it. Fedor.
Ooh!
Boss Rutten and Don Fry.
If I had to pick 5 UFC fighters that could not get wrangled and bitten and have their blood sucked by a vampire. Now, this would mean if a vampire. Okay. If I came to Russell and said I'm going to bite him on the neck and suck his blood out, he would have to either just beat the piss out of me while I'm coming at him, and if I get through that, I gotta wrestle him down and get my mouth on his neck, clench on, and suck the blood. That's what I'm saying. That's what this vampires do. But vampires have like super strength and they're really fast and all that stuff, right? So
yes, in the reality, folks, this is made up for sure because this would not happen if it was an
yeah,
actual vampire. But
yeah. Top 5 in no specific order, but I will save the best for last and say, hey, this one definitely couldn't. John Jones, sure, because he's John Jones. Like, he's not going to let it get near him. He's going to just, kick it in the liver. He's going to make the vampire say, okay, I'll go to the next guy. It might get to the next guy, and
might get oblique kicked.
Yeah, it's going to limp to the next guy, and it's going to be Sean Strickland. Now, why Sean Strickland? Because he's got such good takedown defense. Russell said this the other day. He's got such good takedown defense, and he's got a jab. When it comes at him, he's just going to pop him with the jab over and over. Because I don't think vampires train head movement at all. Yeah,
and also that vampire. Since you're saying him, he's going to leave with some trash talk on him for sure. He's going to be like, dang, this guy trash talked me.
Yeah, like next time fight me at a garlic farm, pussy. But I'm changing up a little bit here.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
And I'm gonna say Marab. Marab's gonna take his back and sling him around, pick him up, throw him, all that stuff. I mean, he's gonna make a rag doll out of him. That's number 3. That's not number 3, but that's the third one I've said. Alex Pereira, and mainly because he might have that
you got that aura on him too about him.
He's got the aura. He's got the good reaction time. There is nothing in any fictional book that says a vampire cannot get knocked out. I mean, it's probably never happened in a movie, but there's nothing that says it can't get knocked out, right? And his indigenous Brazilian spiritual power or something might this is a fictional thing. I know that stuff's not real, but only thing real is Jesus. But in this fictional world, maybe his Brazilian indigenous spirit power can go against the vampiric ritualistic power, whatever, and hoard it off or something. You know what I mean? And yeah. So yeah, Alex Pereira, and number one that could absolutely not get wrangled up by a vampire. And I also have another one that goes with the spiritual power stuff that I just thought about, but that's going to be an honorable mention. I should have just put him somewhere else in the list, but I'm already down the list. Khabib Nurmagomedov. In his prime or today, either one. Nothing is taking down Khabib and sucking his blood. Nothing. Nothing, period, at all. No wrestling from the vampires. And Bryce Mitchell it would have no effect on Bryce Mitchell. It couldn't touch Bryce Mitchell. Do you know why? What does Bryce Mitchell wear to the ring?
Cross.
No, he wears, but he probably knows.
Made of silver.
He'd put on a cross necklace, and he wouldn't be able to come near him because guess what? Vampires are terrified of crucifixes. And he also couldn't get wrangled up by one because he's so good at jiu-jitsu. But still.
Cross.
Bryce Mitchell, if you're watching this, please comment and give us a like. I'm going to send this to Bryce Mitchell.
Man, well, that, folks, was a little taste of our top 5, soon to come with top 10. Bunch of things. I missed the like thing. I wish we could do this and it sparked fireworks again. I missed that.
Yeah, I do too. That was pretty
Man,
cool.
we were so excited.
Yeah.
Well, Wes?
That is it for this week's episode of Teep Talk. We've loved having you, and we hope you've loved having us. Send this to someone who has a garlic allergy. Say, hey, here's the people that you could not suck the blood out of. Did you know there's actually a country in the world where the majority of people there are actually allergic to garlic?
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yeah, there's people allergic to a lot of things.
But I mean, predominantly in
Nah.
this country.
Yeah. Send this. Send this to your local vampire con.
Vampire con?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's what it's called, but Salvatore or something con, where you get to meet the cast of Vampire Diary shows, or you just dress up as vampires and just go there.
Send it to that weird kid that you went to high school with that were vampire fans.
Send it. Yeah, send it to that dude that you thought was in the Matrix or something. Yeah. But
or a trench coat.
Go to a Salvatore con. Go to a Salvatore con or something, and just pull up there and you meet all your vampire buddies, or maybe you don't like them, and you just wearing the garlic because maybe they're allergic, and because and they don't like the sun, and then you just come up to them and be like, hey, this is what brought me here today. Teep Talk, a UFC picking journey of top 5 and 10 UFC fighters brought me here to this gothic emo event of vampiric sucking people. Like Megan Fox.
I was about to say, or just send it to Megan Fox.
Just send it to Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Well,
that has been it for this episode of Teep Talk. We will see you in the next one.
Oh, yeah.